Good morning, y'all. It's Timmy. I do like dating men with money, but I don't inherently like it, like, just because I'm some gold digging harpy. I just want to date a dude where it's like, hey, baby, I'm getting us lunch. If I grab the little healthy, like, ginger probiotic tea that I know would be super good for my body at the fucking fancy little supermarket you take me to, you're not gonna look at me and be like, wow, the $6 drink? Are you sure? And then I have to get an Arizona green tea with honey instead, like 99 cents. I don't want to date those types of dudes. I like to date the types of dudes where it's like if we go out to eat, it's like, holy shit, I get to get breakfast with an extra egg and an extra piece of bacon and two fruit plates on the side, and you don't care if I get my coffee refilled? Oh, money! He got money! Get it all for him! Like, oh my god. Like, sometimes niggas can be like, let's just say I like it when I can just be like, hi, would you like to go to this event with me? And instead of it being like, ooh, I don't know, funds are tight, I got rent due, and then even if we were to go, it'd be like standing seats super far back. I remember a nigga had me shook on the first date. He was like, done, I got us like the closest to front row as we could get. We're damn near VIP. He got that shit the instant he saw it and as close to the stage as possible. I was like, oh, this is what I like. I don't have to be in the nosebleeds. I get to be front row and like see the burlesque show up front and feel their sweat on me. That's what I like. I like the type of nigga where it's like, oh hey, I want to see this movie that came out back in the day. And if they open up Amazon Prime, one, they actually have Amazon Prime. They can afford it. It's their own account too. And then three, if they find out the movie costs $3, it's not just, oh, maybe not tonight. Can you cash app me? It's just like, oh yeah, let's get this shit immediately. I'm so glad we found it so quickly. In fact, it might be even great. Let's rent to buy. Like, I mean, let's buy it. Let's not even rent it. That shit is so attractive. It's like, oh, okay, I'm so glad I don't have to risk a fucking virus of some Chinese porn company on my computer that's gonna steal my information just so I can watch a cute movie, you know? And I'm glad we get to watch it with like full resolution on a TV. That's amazing. Like, if I see an event, no matter how silly it is, it's like, oh, hey, do you want to go to this meat festival? They eat meat with their bare hands, and there's like endless wine and dancing and stuff. It lasts like several hours. Instead of being like, oh, well, shit, look at those fucking ticket prices, they're like, hell yeah, I got it for us. Let's do it. And then, even then, if they don't have a car, they'll be like, hey, fuck it, it's okay. It's like, what? We can get an Uber for super cheap. It'll like Uber us a few cities away to the location, totally easy. I love that shit. Like the type of dude where it's like, hi, I want to see you. Like, instead of it being like, oh, I have to take several buses over and over just to meet you, I can just meet you off the bat. I remember actually one of the most generous dudes I dated. He hesitated at first because I don't know, maybe he was trying to test me or see what I would accept. If I would accept lower than what my profile said, I did not. He was like, ooh, I want to meet you. Ooh, you can come to this museum with me for this haunted house in my area. Oh, could you get over here by bus or like train? I said, oh yeah, I'm not comfortable doing that, especially because public transportation in my area is really unsafe and dirty and musty, and yeah, I've had a million bad experiences on it. And then he tried to be like, oh, well, maybe can you like take some of the train over, no matter how bad it is, and then like when you get off at the closest stop, can we like split the cost of a ride? I just thought to myself, you're a fucking financial analyst. You're not about to waste my time. But I just kept it real with them, like real as fuck. I almost unmatched them, but I was like, you know what? Let me give shit a shot. But I just told him straight up. I listed every single bad experience I've had on public transportation. Also, because simply put, if I'm getting dolled up for a date in any which way, the last thing I want is fent smoke, crack smoke, cigarette smoke, and vape smoke blown in my face, and to sit on a train car that smells like shit and piss, and then wait for like an hour and a half on some musty ass transportation, hot as hell. And then usually I get lost on those things too. So simply put, I would just show up to the date like super in distress already, and like, you know, it's like I want to come up, like show up smelling like a caramel s'more. I don't want to show up smelling like 10 cans of Bance that ass. And I also just made it clear with him, it's like, you know, like, you seem great, like, you seem wonderful, and we talked about, like, what I like in a man, and I just simply said, honestly, I just don't like even knowing that a bill exists. I don't like ever looking at them in my life. Nah, calculating tip is not for me. I don't want to calculate any of it. That's just, it's like, I just want to show up looking cute and pretty and have a great time and be in a great mood, and that's the vibe I'm looking for. And I was straight up because I thought, like, we probably aren't gonna meet anyway, but he seems decently cool. Guess what? I guess I passed whatever test in his fucking mind, and he was like, oh, she's one of those high maintenance girls. Yes, I got a good one. And then next thing you know, he was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I will Uber you into this city, that city. And the first date we had was amazing. He was like, VIP tickets to this show, done. Oh, you want this? Done. You want this ruby bracelet? Got it. Like, it's like, oh, okay, shit. It's like love bombing or not, it's a step in the right fucking direction. And also, it's just nice to date dudes who are financially stable because it's like, oh, look, it's like I don't have to scrounge fucked up websites that are going to give me a virus or malware because you have all the streaming services. You forget that you even have them. You're just like, I probably have this. And if you don't, you buy it immediately because you really want to watch this movie I'm going to show you. Like, you'll see a book in a store and you won't even flinch that it costs $22. You'll be like, oh, this is a great price. Oh my god, I remember I took this nigga to this store that I consider a little bit more on the pricey side. He was like, these prices are fucking great. This is more affordable than anything I've ever had. I was like, see, there we go. That's the type I like. That's like the perfect level of wealth. Like, not too much money where it's like you grew up eating like fucking gold and silverware and you're arrogant and care too much about appearances. It's like, I like the dudes where it's like they have some sense of humanity in them. Like the dude where it's like you can just like have a late night drunk as fuck eating some chili cheese fries, but then like also get an Uber home safely after and have a nice apartment that is clean, organized, and like yeah, we don't have to, it's like simply put, it's nice to date people where it's like I don't have to worry about if I want like however many drinks with my meal because they don't give a shit. Like we could be at the fanciest restaurant in all of the fucking city and the drinks could be priced out the ass, they won't give a shit. Like hell, the last date I officially went on, like that I really, really liked, the nigga was so like he just straight up off the bat was like, "Oh hey, they have really high end sake here. You want to try some?" I was like, "Absolutely." And he got some like almost $200, like I think it was like 130 or $150 like sake, and we just drank that shit up and had a blast. I drank more than him, embarrassingly enough, but I had a blast. And then guess what? Like we were at this spot where they had tons of sushi that they gave us. Really nice. They even had some like really rare fish and like gold topped fish. That was great. But then guess what? I mentioned that I was still hungry after. He was like, "Oh yeah, I can go to order you some more pieces," and he got me like 3 more pieces of sushi. Did not give a fuck about the price. And then afterwards, he was still able to get me any drinks, any snacks, anything I wanted. Whew, shout out to the niggas with money. Simply put, you know, that's just such a great energy to have. And it's like, it is an impressive trait. It's like, it is. It's like, congratulations, you worked hard in your life, you made your money, you're successful enough where, yeah, you can order as many, like, yeah. And then simply put, it's like I've dated niggas where they've been the type of pieces of shit to be like, all right, I got the Domino's $5.99 mix and match deal. Oh, Tamia, you said you wanted a flavor of wings that I don't want. Well, since we can't agree on the flavors, I'm just not getting them then. And I thought to myself, broke ass, bitch ass nigga, if you already are content not having wings and it's only like $6, then get me the wings I want because I'm asking nicely and I'm good to you. And that same nigga, I remember it was like, "Hi, can you give me $15 worth of art supplies from this store for me?" And then he just straight up was like, "Only if you hunt for a coupon online." And he really tried to make me sit there and look up a coupon and got disappointed when the best I could find was like 20% off. Like, oh no, you have to get $15 worth of art supplies, and it'll like, oh, it got on my fucking nerves. Simply put, if you, so in case you were like, oh my god, like to me is a gold digging whore, yeah. But then on top of that, like I've dated poor men, and oh my god, do they know how to embarrass you? And then it's like, oh, guess I'll get the 99-cent drink instead of that basically doesn't really have health benefits because you don't want me to get the one that costs $4 more and would absolutely help out me mentally, physically, and more. And once you do date above a certain income, some problems just aren't problems anymore, and it's like a trippy difference. It's just like, holy shit, it's a world of difference. Like, if you're dating a poor man and you go to like Home Depot or whatever and you picked out some succulents but left your card at home, he'd be like, well, that shit fucking sucks. Better luck next time. But if you're on a date with like this dude who has money, then simply put, he'll be like, oh, I got it. Yeah, this is nothing. And then next thing you know, you have like a shit ton of beautiful succulents that you can take home and don't have to worry about. And then guess what? Afterwards, he still took me out to, I forget. Oh yeah, he took me out to Left Bank, fancy ass French restaurant. Yeah, the food was amazing. He didn't give a shit that I ordered the fanciest thing on the menu. And I also did because I was sort of pissed at him for something. Well, I don't know. And then I got some drinks and stuff, and I had mine custom made. And instead, he was just ecstatic. He was like, holy shit, like, her food looks great and she's having a great time. And wow, good idea getting an espresso martini with rum. How's it taste? And we actually had a great time. It's like, yeah, and that Alex guy I was seeing, he was a total turd muffin, but simply put, like before shit hit the fan, I remember we went out for the fancy sushi and the sake, And he also got a bunch of Japanese snacks for us, and also like a nail clipper for me at this convenience store. And then afterwards, we went to a comedy spot. We had a bunch of drinks, and then right as we were about to hit their place, they were like, "You know what? I'm hungry. Do you want to go out to eat?" And we already Ubered all over the city at that point, and then back to his place. But he was like, "You know what? Let's go somewhere else. Fuck it." And then guess what? He Ubered me and him to this burger joint, and we got to eat burgers as he told me interesting things about Jewish history, which actually was very fascinating. And then afterwards, I got to go. Yeah, we went back to his place, and then yeah, that was nice. Except what happened at his place was not nice. He's a creep, but let's not talk about it. It just feels so good to date financially stable men. And it's like, I know people are going to shit on you for it, but it's like, simply put, think about it. If you could have someone that could make your life easier, you would take the chance. Like, because trust me, oh my God, I hate it. And it's so different. And you can just have certain things done. Like, you could be like, oh my God, I love these gemstones I saw online. And they'll be like, oh, they're pretty inexpensive. Here's some money so that you could buy them. And it's like, excuse me? And it's like, okay, now I guess I got sapphire and emerald and like fucking moissanite and oh, okay. And now you, like, then it's like, okay, cubic zirconia is cute and all. But how do I put this? You won't be impressed by just any weak ass jewelry that you could get from CVS or Shein once you actually start getting the fancy shit. Because then it's like, it also sets a bar in other people's mind, and it kind of repels some people when they see that you've been accustomed to a nicer lifestyle. Because if you don't seem accustomed to a nicer lifestyle, they'll kind of think, okay, this is a girl where I don't have to do too much. I can convince her that Valentine's Day is just a corporate holiday. I can convince her that Christmas is just like unnecessary and we don't have to give gifts to show love and appreciation. Because secretly, those niggas are just broke. You don't have to, like, or like evil. But then if you actually date someone who's thoughtful and also actually has bothered to attain a certain level of a success, and then it's like, oh, look. Next thing you know, it's like, happy birthday. I got you like a massive bouquet with every single fucking flower you've ever liked in every single color you've ever liked. And then on top of that, I got you 2 cakes, tres leches and strawberry shortcake. And also a third marble cake that I'm not telling you about. And we're going anywhere you want for dinner. And then it's like, oh, shit. It's like, it's just a wonderful feeling, and I like it. It's a shame not every relationship I had with men who were financially stable worked out, because they were not mentally stable and whatnot. But I swear to God, I'll put it this way. The financially stable niggas were still better than the ones who weren't financially stable. Because if someone's like mentally ill and broke, it's like, nigga, pick a struggle. Like, if you're gonna be broke, you have to be a good person. Like, I remember I found out that a nigga I dated who had money, he got caught in the act. Like, he had a whole folder that he updated on a daily fucking basis with photos of the one who got away in his mind. Like, he was stalking her Instagram, downloading her, like, photos, videos, 24-hour Instagram stories in a huge folder with thousands of pictures and videos and stuff. It was fucking weird. And I was hella mad, specifically because the night before I was like, hey, do you feel anything for Sarah? He was like, no, baby, I hardly even think about her. And he did that as he was already ignoring me for like 30 minutes straight on his laptop that same evening. So he just lied to. Anyway, let's just say, if you're wondering how that ended, it ended with me getting like $700 of shit worth from Target. So it worked out. It's like, it's like, okay, I get to rest my weary head on a bunch of like lovely, like luscious pillows and blankets, and I get to like cleanse my mind of all of these fucked up thoughts I was having about him with all those luxurious shampoos and deep conditioners. And I get to not break a sweat because he got me all the fancy like toners and perfumes and everything in the world. And also a fuck ton of jewelry because that's how I work. But yeah, simply put. Yeah. And then what will a broke nigga do? The best gift a broke nigga got me as an apology was this one, a teddy bear, but he already owned it, and he just was like, yeah, my daughter's afraid of the thing, you can have it, and it's like, okay, cool, hey Carmichael, but still, it's like, yeah, and then he stayed evil, and it's like, nigga, you can't just be evil in exchange for a teddy bear, that's not how it works. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Or ideally, don't be evil at all. Please don't be evil. Jesus Christ. Like, I was really cool with that Alex guy I was seeing. All he had to do was just be normal. I would have probably still been in touch with him this day. It would have been nice. It's like, okay, here's a little guy with a little apartment near the beach, and we have similar tastes in like arts and music and stuff, and it doesn't have to be any single problem. We can just go out, enjoy as much as we want at breakfast, and then you will not cry about the cost of the bill whatsoever because you got a gold Amex, and then we can go to your place and watch anything we want on all 7 of your streaming services and have a grand old time. And if we are bored, we can go out somewhere fun and you're paying for all of it and you don't give a single shit because it makes you feel like a man, which yes you are. But no, he had to be fucked up. Anyway. But yeah, shout out to the niggas with money. I like it. I love it. And if you're like, oh my god, you're such a hypocrite, I'm a very loving person. I just require people to reciprocate. And then on top of that, it's like, simply put, if I were a man, I'd be doing that shit too. I find it disappointing when men don't. Peace out.